we have new details tonight in the controversial arrest of Ricky and Travis Price in Rock Hill. Police just wrapping up a press conference a few minutes ago.
They say that their actions were justified. Fox 46 has live team coverage from Rock Hill tonight. And we start with Fox 46's SHAQUIRA Speaks. SHAQUIRA, what did police have to say just a few moments ago?
Well, just like you said, Brian, the press conference with Chiefs Chris Watts, Dr. Norma Gray, and Mayor John Geddes just wrapped up not even 10 minutes ago. But what they had to say was the incident was under a review, and he says an active and accurate, thorough review takes time. Something else that he said, was the Violent Crime Unit was working with Homeland Security conducting surveillance on repeat offenders, and that is how they found Ricky Price in his Mustang. He says a K9 was removed due to an active struggle with the suspect, but 2 officers have been placed on leave. And as to the protests, here's what he has to say about that.
Rock Hill Police Department recognizes the pain and frustration our community feels over this incident. We want the public to know that their First Amendment rights to assemble will be protected. Rock Hill Police Department does have an obligation to protect the community, the property, and the people protesting and the officers. Peaceful assemblies will always be welcome.
Both as a mayor and as a person of faith, I must trust in what I can't see and what isn't always clear. Having faith means more than just a profession of words. Having faith means trusting the community to do as we always have. Come together, work through tough situations, and give each other some space so that we can all be heard.
It is going to definitely take some days, weeks, if not even months, very much hours. There was so much scuffling and so much contortions off camera that was not seen. Let me repeat, it is not seen on the Facebook footage. That Facebook footage is faced away from what happened to I can't remember his name, Ricky. What was happening to Ricky that caused them to bring him to ground was not captured, and that is the footage that needs to be analyzed so that the public can be aware of what caused that violent scuttle.
So Dr. Norma Gray is asking for calm as people protest. She's saying we need peaceful protests, understanding that this is a tough situation. She also says that the police department has been very transparent with the NAACP. So she's asking that we allow them to be transparent with the community. And again, she's saying peaceful protest when you protest. We'll have more tonight at 10 o'clock. For now, reporting in Rock Hill, SHAQUIRA Speaks, Fox 46.
Yeah, and also SLED called in to investigate just to be as transparent as possible. SHAQUIRA, thank you.
Ricky and Travis Price made their first appearances in front of a judge this morning, and officers say Ricky tried to escape and hit the officer trying to arrest him several times. Fox 46's Robin KANADY is live with what happened in court today. Robin.
Yeah, Lindsay, I first want to tell you a little bit about what's going on here right outside the Rock Hill Police Department. We do have just a couple dozen protesters or so outside here, very quiet so far right now. And want to get back to court and what happened in court. A judge denied bond for Ricky Price today based on his pending prior charges, which include gun and drug charges. Now, protesters and Ricky Price's family say that police used excessive force punching Ricky Price, but police say he tried to run from them and that he also hit officers. Now let's take a look now at that Facebook video that has sparked these protests. This is the Facebook video of officers pushing Travis Price, Ricky's brother, in the green shirt back. This is after they say Travis shoved officers and would not put his hands behind his back when they told him he was under arrest for interfering. Travis was called to the scene by Ricky in the blue shirt, who had been pulled over by police for a traffic violation. Police say they had prior interactions with Ricky, and that's the reason they used a dog to sniff his car, saying they found marijuana and a gun inside. Officers say Ricky Price tried to run when they took his handcuffs off, throwing several punches, hitting an officer in the face. You can see officers punching Ricky in the video. His attorney says they broke his nose and he's in a wheelchair. Listen to Ricky interrupt the detective in court today as he was describing what happened.
After Mr. Price's handcuffs was removed, Your Honor, he took that opportunity as officers were trying to push his brother back from the scene to strike the officers.
Why you take me out the handcuffs?
And as you see today,
down and beat me up, man. I was already handcuffed. I wasn't doing that, man.
Now, there is police body camera footage of this incident. The police chief here in Rock Hill said just moments ago in that news conference the way they typically go about this process is first they show the body camera video to the family and then they would release it to the public. So that's the process. He didn't say a date on when that might happen, when the body camera video would be released to the public. I'm live in Rock Hill. Robin Kennedy, Fox 46.